Ted Cruz appeared on the Laura Ingraham show on Fox News last night. And this is, if you were to look up projection in the dictionary, it should have an interactive video clip of Ted Cruz's appearance on Fox News last night. So let me set this up for you. One of the phenomena that we've noticed with Republicans over the last 5 or 6 years is whenever they really start harping on Democrats are doing X or Democrats will do X, we need to very seriously look at whether what they mean is we are doing this or we plan to do this. And I'll give you some examples. Donald Trump, and I know many of you have heard this, Donald Trump said so many times, we can't vote for Hillary in 2016 because she can't be trusted with her email. She's using personal email. She can't be trusted with classified and secret information, and on and on. And it really didn't make sense. And it was actually Trump who planned to do all of those very things. Trump, completely untrustworthy with secret information from allies, spilling secrets from allies to a Russian spy recruiter in the Oval Office. Many in Trump's inner circle, including Mark Meadows, Ivanka Trump, Jared Kushner, using private email while they were working for Donald Trump. Trump eating notes that are supposed to be preserved as records. Trump power flushing 10 to 15 times notes that are supposed to be kept for presidential records. So when he starts talking, when they start talking about the left is going to do this thing, we should be like, are they actually doing it? And often the answer is yes. For 6 months, Trump's saying they're going to do fraud in the 2020 election. We can't do vote by mail. They're going to win and they're going to steal it and all this different stuff. And of course, it was Trump and his acolytes who filed 60 frivolous legal complaints, insisted that vans and machines and all these different things mean that they actually had the election stolen from them. They were the ones trying to steal the election. So now, with that context in mind, listen to what, with a straight face, Ted Cruz says last night on Fox News. He has no shame. Listen very closely.
You cannot accept it as a result.
They know they're going to lose. And Nancy Pelosi's not going to go quietly. She's going to scream. She's already preparing to scream the election was stolen. And by the way, what she means by stolen is people showed up to vote against Democrats. That's what stealing the election is. And remember, Democrats don't believe in democracy.
How can he say this with a straight face? This is exactly what they did in 2020. When they said in 2020 it was stolen, what it was that more Democrats came out to vote. That's what happened. When they say Nancy Pelosi is planning to claim it was stolen, no, that's what you guys did. And that's exactly what they're going to do again, depending on the results in November. Here's a bonus Ted Cruz clip here where he complains he hasn't spoken with Joe Biden personally, and that's like a problem in some way.
You know, the question you just asked, Eric, I actually get asked that almost every day. Somebody says, who's really running things? And let me tell you the scary thing. I have no idea. So Biden's been president, 15 months? In that entire time, I have not spoken with him once. And that's true of almost every Republican senator. I got to say, that's weird.
Why does Biden have to speak to them to show he's really the president? Why would Biden speak to Ted Cruz? Ted Cruz is out of his mind. And this is a really new common thing on the right. Kyle Rittenhouse has also been pulling this. Clearly, Joe Biden is doing something wrong because he hasn't met with Kyle Rittenhouse. And it's like, why would Biden meet with Kyle Rittenhouse?
Or, is calling you out on Twitter. What would you like them to know most about your story?
Right.
Yeah, I was attacked. I was 17 years old. I was attacked and had to defend myself. And I'm not a racist. I'm not a white supremacist. I'm not a domestic terrorist. I'm not a murderer. And anybody who wants to sit down and have a conversation, I'm more than open. I reached out to Joe Biden several times. Crickets, nothing. He still hasn't replied. So it just shows how much of a man he is to not sit down and talk to a 19-year-old.
Why does Joe Biden have to talk to Kyle Rittenhouse? Why does Joe Biden have to talk to Ted Cruz? These people are so self-centered, thinking everything is about them. It is truly unbelievable. But Ted Cruz, apparently with absolutely no sense of irony or shame, showing up and saying, guys, if we're not careful, Democrats might try to claim they won even though they didn't. Yeah, well, they'd be taking a lesson from you, wouldn't they, Ted? One of our sponsors is CuriosityStream, the only subscription streaming service just for documentaries. I've been watching CuriosityStream at home for over a year now. Really no better place to find the newest and best documentaries. CuriosityStream's selection is way better than any other platform. I recently watched the documentary Return of the Buffalo, a fascinating animal and fascinating things to know about conservation of the buffalo as well. CuriosityStream adds new titles every month. You're never going to run out of great documentary content. You can learn something new, zone out on a nature documentary, whatever you're looking for, they have it. If you love documentaries, you are missing out if you don't have CuriosityStream. It's super affordable. CuriosityStream is giving my audience 25% off, which means you can get it for $15 a year. Go to curiositystream.com/Pacman. The link is underneath this video.